Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Superbly Said. And today we have Murad as our guest. Murad is one of our members at iSpeak, and I will let Murad perhaps introduce yourself in a moment. We're going to be talking about a few phrases, and I will discuss some of these phrases and introduce them before we get into them. So let's get started. So Murad, do you mind just briefly introducing yourself?
Yeah, sure. I am Murad, and I am from Yemen. I have my work in Yemen and Saudi Arabia. My honor to share with you my experience in this meeting.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to be talking about the first phrase. Can you recall a time when you were so bogged down by the details that you couldn't see the wood for the trees? And were you able to realign your focus?
Yeah, I can share my experiences in this idioms, and I think it's happened for all of us, or most of the people who have a job and experience in their life. It was in 10 years ago. When we are planning to open a big restaurant in our city in Sana'a, and we focusing concentrating how to make the decoration and lighting and the modern things in the restaurant. After we doing all things and bring the greatest fish for the restaurant, we forget to make advertisement, marketing, and announcement. That the point we didn't make it or give it like our main goals. But after that, we decided with the manager to bring a team for the advertisement and put some announcement in the radio and some list of the opening day that will more useful and confident the management of the restaurant.
How did that go?
Yeah, After that, I can say we feel very happy, and we were in a successful in our job, and it was like very interesting. The best situation, and at the end of the time.
The end of the day, it was actually a good result, and perhaps the better way to do it, because I imagine if you had focused on the marketing, you might have missed out on what's most important, which is perhaps the cooking and the food. Would you say that?
Yeah, I said we bring the greatest chef in Yemen, our restaurant. But when we give the marketing or advertisement, like 50% of our concentrate or the management had to put the specify people to do that job. Yeah, but we do the best as we can to make many lists in the street. And opening day, the opening day was very useful.
Who brought that to light? Who was the one who suggested that we get some marketing professionals to help out? Like when did that happen? How many days before the opening day, and how did you scramble a team?
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks.
Wow, just 2 weeks, yeah. And then you realize, oh my God.
2 weeks, and the idea opening day was very, very useful, and the customers or the clients, they feeling, oh, there is a new restaurant that will open one day. It could be free, completely free. And that was we can't see the wood for the trees. Wow. But finally we success.
So you built up some hype through advertisement. You advertised that there would be free food on the opening day, and it lived up to its expectations in terms of the best chef in Yemen. Is that right?
Yeah, it's completely right. Yeah, because even the chefs in Yemen, they struggled with us, and we give them many support things, because it is like one decision will be up or to lose.
Wow. And what was your role? What was your role in the restaurant? Were you the owner? Were you a consultant helping out? Were you
Yeah,
a family friend?
yeah, I was a accountant on the restaurant, and I decided to bring to bring uh, experience marketing. Who want to have experience marketing? I just tell the manager, if he didn't do that, the loser will be so high.
Well done, well done. Wow.
Yeah, it is very, it's feeling so hard to, if there is any more mistake, that's we are going to be damaged. But I will very that I give an idea, and I help as I can or as I possible. Finally, we success. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this story highlights the need to consult other people, how important it is to have other people's opinions when taking on a big project.
I can give some tips for the people who want to make new projects.
Mm.
If they are planning in several steps, it is like planning, schedule a time, uh, specific many group of parts or of people to do a job separate between all of them, like marketing, designing, the people who manage inside the restaurant, and the cookers, in the cook or a kitchen. And I think it is in many fields we have to do the organized and analysis.
Right, right. So you're saying that in a big project, you should really divide and schedule and make sure that each person responsible for their task knows what they're doing and has a timeline for delivering their, finishing or completing their job. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, to approach it to the deadline when everything is completely finished.
Mm. Can you explain that a little bit more? What do you mean by approaching the deadline?
That's when we arrive to the opening day, or to arrive to open our restaurant, or to open our project for business.
Ah, right. So align everybody's work towards a specific goal on a specific day to realize the fruits.
Yeah, yeah. All the teams in the project, they working on the scheduled, and they know one of them be late, and if of one of them late, can the other team help each other?
Great, great. Well done. Well, yeah, I don't know too much about restaurants, but I mean, they are hit and miss. I mean, it could be very risky business, is it?
Do you mean the risk if we didn't make the situation?
Oh, I mean, just in terms of creating a restaurant in general, it seems like a risky business. Would you say that, I mean, of course, many people do so. Otherwise, we wouldn't have restaurants to eat at. What are the tricks, or what are not the tricks, but what are the fundamental things that one must do well to survive and to thrive, become a successful restaurant?
Yes, as I told you, the mistake that we failed before, I want to share it for the others, in any project or any business of their plan. They must do planning and give a time, and divide it between many groups when they are building.
Got you. What about the initial financing of such a project? How does one go about that? Do you think they have to come in with their own capital? Did the owner of this restaurant previously own other restaurants? How did they gather the funds to make this a reality?
Actually, the owner of the restaurant, he have like a group of restaurant. He doesn't have only one. Yeah, he have experience, but there is a competition between restaurants here in Yemen, especially in Sana'a, the capital city, and they think, if we make fantastic and excellent amazing decors and lighting and comfort seat. It's something that this is the reason to bring the customers, and they forget how the marketing. They just think that's only will be okay. It is like a mistake because the time was not enough to follow it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well done, being able to put together an effective campaign so quickly. Yeah, so in terms of, in my case, for being bogged down by the details, I couldn't see the wood for the trees. I think I've been facing this all my life in terms of dealing with my day-to-day tasks. Like when I split my tasks up and schedule them to be completed, I find it very difficult to do. I didn't realize until more recently, as I've been taking on so many different roles, just as part of running the startup, that it's become a major problem in my day-to-day operations. And by that, I wasn't able to see, by being bogged down in doing the daily tasks, I wasn't able to see the damage that this might have on the long term on the company. And, sometimes I counted the blessings saying, despite the fact that I'm having difficulty completing tasks, I'd rather have more things done. I need help as well in terms of other people taking on the classes, other people helping out with preparation of the sessions. But yeah, now I'm getting to see how if I'm able to, like you said, set like long-term goals and work towards these long-term goals, I think I will be able to definitely see the wood for the trees.
I want to just add a very important point.
Mm.
It is like the technique life here, using a lot of app, using a lot of things in our life, computer, iPhone, smartphone, many apps, and we consider there is in many apps like updates. That update is it like fixing a problem and following and improve and achieve to a high level of service. Yeah, we cannot do that in our real business or project because it's not like the database or information or using an internet. It must be updating before.
So how do you propose one does that? You're saying that with our own self-development, we can't just press a button to update ourselves. We need to actually put in the work. Is that what you mean?
This is what I mean. Because some situation that we cannot update, or we cannot update because the time is finished. It's not like app. This is what I mean. Or smartphone, you can update the mistake or the problem, and the customer, they are waiting, or they don't know even what is the problem.
Are you suggesting that it's most important that humans, people, should prepare well and do everything correctly the first time round, because there's no chance to update and to
exactly
submit a second version?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even we can update, but it's another kind of updating, like product many goods or another type of goods, another type of service.
How would you then propose somebody deal with the problem of setting an end date when they would launch or when they will finally complete the project, so that they will, like launching or starting the restaurant, and there will be the temptation to always postpone it until you have a more perfect situation?
I can give you an example. If we want to make or increase our high sales or our product, it can be to add like a new line of goods or a new line of our service to the customers. And the chance is here when the people want to try, that means they would used to come again.
Right. So you're saying if you do have some new proposal for a line of product that you're going to sell or a feature you're going to introduce in a software product, that you need to understand the customers and see what their response is before committing to creating that.
Yeah, exactly. And I can create new things and let them try it. And I'm sure they were used to our new creating, or our new create.
Sure. So you introduce a new line of product slowly, incrementally, rather than buying a huge stock of them and trying to sell it all at once.
Yeah.
Got you. Great. Yes, appreciate this kind of advice that can probably be extrapolated in beyond commercial purposes to life as well. And as part of that, we will go to the next question, which is, can you recall a time when you had to step up to the plate? What was the situation and what was the outcome? To step up to the plate. It's indicative of basically taking on a high pressure role, whether it's momentary, like delivering a speech in front of others, or taking on a role that you haven't had before in a superior role, for example, as a supervisor or as a manager, but for the first time. So you're stepping into that role and stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, I understand it well. And is it like a group of people, they're working in team members, and the leader of them, suddenly he cannot go on. And one of the team, he decided to be the leader instead of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could certainly be a situation where someone has to step up to the plate.
Yeah, and I think it will be heavy at the first time, and you think so difficult. But the person who decided to step up the plate, that I think he will cross over leadership and ensuring the project is completed on time.
Did you do that yourself in your life?
No, I just it was in a period of time when I work in transportation.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the manager, he have a new project and he couldn't stay in Sana'a, and he decided to travel to Aden. And I have only one decision to lead after him until we finish our project, and try to approaching faster on deadline.
What helped you take on that role so quickly and suddenly, but still succeed in that new role?
Yeah, the things was my team, all of them, I think most of them, they decide to not to be the lead. They're thinking of the risk, and because of that, they decided to stay off. And me, I was taking care the responsibility. How can we facing the people? How can we finish their job and their ordering and make their ordering on time or on their deadline? Yeah, and I will be honest to say, I asked and I sharing my problem, what I facing in my last period of time when I was leading. They helped me, and I didn't like to decided any decision by my own self. I just take it with my group.
Oh, nice. So that way you are not being too pushy, and you have the consensus of others as you lead.
Yeah, exactly as you say.
Yeah, that's great. I saw this actually happening on Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, he's the biggest YouTuber actually. In any case, he had a huge group of people come on, who are other YouTubers, and she said anybody that leaves this red line, who crosses this red line, will be kicked out, and the last one to remain wins $1 million for their subscribers. And somebody actually pushed somebody over the line. And instead of imposing a rule, Mr. Beast actually just made the contestants vote for whether he should be allowed back in or not. It was very interesting. And people voted that, most people, the majority of people voted that it was unfair and that he should be allowed back in. And that's how he made the decision. But I was very impressed because it wasn't a rule that he had expressed to everybody before, but because this situation arose, he was able to very easily deal with it without causing any problems with the group.
Oh, yeah, I wish to watch that on YouTube. That channel has a channel on YouTube. Could you?
I'll tell you later. Yeah, it's Mr. Beast. Yeah. It's mostly rubbish content, to be honest. But he's a very successful businessman and philanthropist. He does these episodes where he gives away a lot of money to those in need. So it's really interesting stuff that he's very successful. In any case, thank you for sharing your story about stepping up to the plate. In my case, an example from my life, I would say one that I can think of is when I was made a deacon. So somebody with the responsibility of delivering homilies, which is a speech kind of explication of the scriptures at the church. I had this role, but I didn't have the confidence to speak to the congregation without my notes. And one day I guess this is kind of something that happened without my planning as well, which is that I forgot to bring the notes with me, and I had to so I was very reluctant to actually to speak on the scriptures when the time came around for me to deliver the homily. But my mentor said to me, "John, it's over. You don't have any time to go and get that printer because you're already robed up and we're already in the midst of the celebration of the Mass." So I had no choice but to deliver the homily on the spot without my notes. And it just happened that I was able to give a better homily than if I had the notes. That was for the first time that I was able to deliver a speech without notes at that kind of number of people that had gathered. So that really gave me the confidence from there on to go without notes, or to just have very abbreviated notes when delivering homilies. Because previously I was literally reading word for word, and now I'm able to say something in front of lots of people without really any problems at all. So I was actually going too far with that, and I was trying to speak too long. Well, it's people are coming to Mass not necessarily to listen to somebody, but it's also a duty.
Yeah.
So I was definitely abusing that.
Yeah, I think talking so much in the speech, it made the tips or advices lose from the people.
Nice one. Yeah. So the efficacy of the message is lost when one digresses and speaks for too long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's go now to the final question. How do you push the envelope in your personal or professional life? I know you've worked hard, like you described, helping to launch a restaurant successfully, also taking on a leadership role spontaneously. And what about your life in Saudi, your decision to move to Saudi and to work abroad? Maybe you can talk a little bit about that when considering pushing the envelope.
Yeah, sure. I actually started to put my planning here where I live in Sana'a. Take time, was a long time waiting. After that, I decided to move to Saudi Arabia. Some of the reasons in Sana'a, economic and politically reasons. And I decided at the first time to visit Saudi Arabia for 3 months. And that period of time was my first planning and thinking what is the specific that I have to choose in Saudi Arabia and what will I do next year in a strange country I have never been there. Because of that, I decided strong decision that I have moved completely with my experiences and using my website and student service, international student service. That is my main job, and I want to make it more international because the Saudi Arabia, it is opening country, and it is more common for many people, and there are a lot of immigrates people in Saudi Arabia from many countries, Yemenis and Sudanese, Iraq, Egyptian people, and I thought I will send them my service and helping others.
How did you discover this opportunity and how did you act on it?
Yeah, this is a really good question. At the first time, it was like my goal to achieve and approach to a university outside my country, Yemen. And I struggled so much to be there and spend a lot of time. Unfortunately, I failed and I was even late. But I have the experience how to make the easier way. I decided after that to help the other students who they don't know the way and they don't know what to do or what to choose and what to study.
So you experienced the problem from the perspective of a student yourself first, and then you decided, oh, there's a solution to this that I could share with others as they face the same problem. And you just started looking for people. Were you?
Yeah.
How did you find the students that needed your help?
At the first time, I found the student from my relationship with my societies, Yemenis, and especially the Yemenis who work outside Yemen, and they want to take care about their children or their boys or sons and daughters, and they want to spend everything for them, especially education. I don't lose. I will not lose my experience like in one chance only. I want to show them the way and support them as I can. And I struggled actually from Yemen to help them. The second reason that to travel or to move to Saudi Arabia, I can reach them more closer.
So as part of one of the missions that you had in terms of moving to Saudi Arabia was to grow your own business. You not only looked for clients to assist with your professional skills in accounting, but you also moved there so that you could open doors to those who wanted to move to Saudi for studies.
I can make it, but my real or my main job it will be when I will be there in Saudi Arabia. And then time will show me what I can do.
You're speaking of this in the future tense, but have you already established this, or are you saying that you will eventually create this entity that assists students?
No, I decided before about the student. I decided to help them, and I am building my website actually right now. It is for education step. For the international student, help them and give them what the universities offer, like a period time of courses or program or training program. The training program is very important for the student who already graduated. Training give them more experiences and help them with feeding them and confidence.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. And I spent a very important time with you. I hope people have a useful from our conversation.
Oh, I believe they certainly will benefit from listening to this. And I want to thank you once again, Murad, for joining me and for sharing with us your experience and your life. And I hope we can discuss further about your experience in Saudi, your life in Yemen as well, and to discuss some of the cultural aspects of the two countries too in the future. So thank you, Murad.
Yeah, thank you. Be my guest.